Hello everybody and welcome to Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament. As you've seen from this video's title, this is the qualifications round. You see, I decided to go with a new feature on this series and try the qualifications. We have the bottom 4 of the previous season, Savage Readers, Team Galactic, Red Number 3 and the Rangers competing against Lollipop, Thunderbolts, Jawbreakers and the Hazers, the 4 teams that were mostly requested by you in the comment section, but didn't make it to the final cut. So this is their chance to shine and prove that they are faster than their predecessors. So here's the thing: the qualifications will not have a race off of these teams in the typical marblocross track for 2 reasons. First of all, within the game, we can only get a race in the marblocross track with 16 teams, and we only want to do 8 teams in the qualifications round. And because this is not Marbula 1, let's face it, this is not Marbula 1. Even if I say so, it doesn't make it Marbula 1. It's just marblocross, but with a name, Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament. So I took 2 events where we can work this out, and we will do 2 race-offs from each event. The first one will be the Sun Moguls, so we will run 2 races in the same sand track, because the marblocross track is 50% sand and 50% M1 track, and then we will get the aggregate time of the 8 teams. They will get points. 10 points for first place, 8 for second, 6 for third, 5 for fourth, and so on until 8th place, which gets 1 point, as you see on the on-screen graphics. And then we will do the same in a triathlon event. This is the closest we have to an M1 track, because in Marble League 2021 we didn't have the Marbula 1 race as an event. So we will do 2 races. Well, it will be 4 heats, because in triathlon you can only select 4 teams. Each of the 2 heats will get 2 rounds, and we will take the aggregate time again, give them points from 10 to 1, like in the Sun Moguls course, and the team with the most points gets into Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament Season 2. Without any further ado, let's get into the first course. You see, we have Lollipop here. What is Roldo, by the way? Anyway, I digress. Let's go for it. All lights are on, and we go green in the straight sand course track. Things do not look good for the Marbula 1 Season 3 champions, the Rangers, because they are sitting in last place. However, Lollipop, right from last place, they had a pretty bad start, but right now they're sitting in first place. Let's go and see the action from the back, because yeah, we can see all the marbles from this angle. We change to the Jawbreakers. The Jawbreakers are sitting in 7th place right now, but can they hold on? No, Red Number 3 with an excellent run down the later part of the race. The Rangers, who were sitting in last place, they are winning the first round with 36-103. Remember, it will be the first 2 the aggregate times of the first 2 rounds that will determine which team gets the most points of the sand course. Now let's get on to the second race. Alright, we're ready for the second race of the sand course, the Sun Moguls course. This time we're going to race as Red Number 3 against Jawbreakers, Lollipop, Hazers, Savage Readers, Team Galactic, Rangers and the Thunderbolts.
The Sand Moguls, past winners of the...
Let's see what we can do here. All lights are on, and we go green for the second race.
They all have.
I will focus on the tailenders. Right now it's Team Galactic and Thunderbolts, but now Team Galactic, they get a very good lunge. You see, you get so much drag when you're up front, and turbulent air doesn't help you to gain up speed. But this is until you build some distance and no one else behind you can get a slipstream. But right now, Red Number 3 again with a late lunge. I'm sure they're going to be in the second season of this tournament, unless they The screws in the
Across the line they go.
triathlon races. First place for the Thunderbolts. Second place for red number 3. Hazers, the Rangers, Savage Raiders, Jawbreakers, Team Galactic, and Lollipop. Let's see how the aggregate times work and how many points each team gets. It's the Rangers who make up for an abysmal first Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament season. With 36.773, they get 10 points. The aggregate time is basically the mean time of the two. We add up the two times of the two race-offs and then divided by 2. In second place, we have red number 3, taking 8 points with 37.215. Third place and 6 points for the Thunderbolts with 37.294. Then we have the Jawbreakers taking 5 points. Hazers, decent 4 points. Then 3 points for Team Galactic. Savage Breeders get 2 points and Lollipop only 1. Look at Savage Breeders. They were ahead from Lollipop for only 1 millisecond in aggregate time. How awesome is that? But in order to find out which 4 teams will complete the top 16 of the Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament Season 2 roster, let's find out in the Triathlon course. Here we are in the Triathlon course, and we have 4 teams that will compete against each other for the first round of the first heat. Team Galactic, Hazers, the Savage Breeders, and the Rangers. I'm pretty sure this is very...
Triathlon is you get 3.
Yep, thank you, Greg. I'm sure you're pretty familiar with these 4 teams, and we're off. We chose this event to determine which teams will compete in Marbula 1 Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament Season 2, because it's the only event that is closest to Marbula 1, to actual Marbula 1, because it has a Marbula 1 track. And Team Galactic, they win the first heat. The Rangers in second place, third place for the Savage Breeders, and fourth place for the Hazers. So you see the differences and the times. This will be interesting for the next for the next round of this heat. So let's get into it. To clarify, I always race with different teams. So previously I was racing with Team Galactic. Now I'm racing with the Rangers. This is because I want to eliminate any chance of getting biased results. So in case the game puts my my team in a specific spot in the starting stalls, I want to avoid that. So here we have Rangers, Savage Breeders, Team Galactic, and the Hazers. We're ready for round 2 of Heat 1. And the Hazers get the lead, but it's not only dependent on whether you win. Even if you finish in first place in your heat, you might end up so slow that the other 4 teams of the other heats might surpass you, get more points, and eventually you'll be out of the contention. But right now, we have a late lunch from the Savage Breeders, but it's not enough. Well, it's enough for them to jump up from third place to second place. The Hazers take the win, Team Galactic in third, and the Rangers fourth. We will not get into the aggregate times, we'll go straight to Heat 2, round 1. And we're ready for the first round of the second hit with the Thunderbolts, the Jawbreakers, Lollipop, and red number 3. Who could have thought that these 4 teams would compete in the same tournament? Because you see, it's red number 3 and Lollipop, Sunmark Rally athletes in real life, being 24mm marbles. The others are 16mm, but here every single marble is 16mm. And we enter the water, an element that doesn't make any sense for Marbula 1, but here this is what we have. A very nice result for the Thunderbolts. They get the win right at the end. Second place for the Rangers, missing out to a hit win. Lollipop and red number 3 rounding out the top 4. Hit 2, round 2. The Jawbreakers, Lollipop, red number 3, and the Thunderbolts. They're racing for taking the spots, the final 4 spots of Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament, the second season. So far it's looking good for Lollipop, who has a very healthy margin. up in the lead. You see, I have to tell you once more, you don't have to win. You just have to be fast enough to be in the top 4 or in first place. Actually, oh, wow! The Jawbreakers, the medicine they've got from the Thunderbolts in the previous in the previous heat, taking the win right at the end. And having done all the hits we require for this qualifications round, let's see who gets the final points. Alright, these are the standings. The Orangers, first place with 15 points. They were the fastest ones in both sections, both sand and hybrid, let's say, Marbula 1, sand and water. Even though water is not really relevant in Marbula 1, they got the best of themselves, and they responding to all those who were criticizing their performance in the first season. Team Galactic holds on to their position even though they finished 6th in the first round of this qualification system. They managed to take the win and eventually got 10 points, which ties them with our newcomers, our new entry in Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament, the Jawbreakers, taking 3rd place, very respectful 3rd place with 5 and 8 points. This finale of this qualifiers round is so dramatic because we have the Thunderbolts and Red number 3 tied with 9 points. However, Red number 3 keep their spot in Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament because they were better in one of the 2 rounds. In the first round they got 2nd place, whilst the Thunderbolts got 3rd. And even though Red number 3 finished last in the 2nd round, they were tied and the best result counts, so it was a matter of milliseconds. If you look at the, if we rewind and go back to the results of the of the second round of the qualifiers, it was a matter of milliseconds. But yeah, that's how racing goes. Next up we have the Savage Speeders with 8 points, tied with the Hazers as well, but because ties are broken by best results, Savage Speeders got 6th place. The Hazers disappointing their fans once again without being able to qualify for M1, and Lollipop, bad results. Maybe next time. Hope we'll see you tomorrow to watch the first and second race of Marbula 1 Fantasy Tournament, the 2nd season. Thanks so much for watching, keep trolling, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers everyone!